This my two Satoshis. This my two Satoshis. Who need 2 cents when they can get double from stacking Toshis? Yeah, this my two Satoshis.
Now tell me who wanna fuck with us.
Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of my two Satoshis. It is Tuesday, and I gotta give a shout out to my main man, Wired Sparks, for the song request today. Shine, Bad Boys, featuring Barrington Levy. This is a classic right here. Shout out to Wired Sparks for that song request, man. That throws me back. If you guys ever have song requests, make sure you hashtag song requests under any video, and I will make sure I get around to it. Of course, premium members, paid members on YouTube, get theirs pushed to the top. Wired Sparks, thanks for the song request. Holla! What's going on, people? Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to another episode. Today, we're going to be looking at the Saturn Retrograde. Is it a signal? You know, I'm not into the astrology thing, but does this mean that we're in for something horrible with Bitcoin and cryptos? Maybe. Tony Spilotro reported on this very thing out of the Bitcoinist. He had some compelling points that lends toward that possibly being the case. All my astrology people out there, show me some love. Again, I'm not, but this Saturn retrograde is typically a period under the Aquarius for sure. It's going to bring a lot of turmoil, karma, and all that. So we'll take a look at that and see if that translates into crypto and Bitcoin. I don't know. Also, we've got out of you today, Biden administration is mulling over imposing guardrails on cryptocurrencies. What does that really mean? We'll take a look at the article today, out of you today. And I got a second one out of you today. Guggenheim's, I just talked about Guggenheim. Scott Miner claims that this new crypto could overtake Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'll tell you exactly which one he's talking about. All three articles coming up on today's episode of My Two Satoshis. Let's get it. But before we start, if you guys find these types of videos informative, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. You know, before we get started, we got to look at the charts, ladies and gents, and look at that. We pretty much seen a bounce off the backside of this trend line. Now, I told you guys that I think we're heading higher to this area, 42,000 first. And if we can get past that, the next area will be 47,000, which is right here. All right. That's where I think we're going. A bounce off the backside of this trend line supports that. Let's see if we can continue higher here. But I think we will see a move higher after we saw the breakout from this area a couple of days ago, or actually yesterday. So that's where we are with things. Still think we're heading higher just in the short run before getting smacked right back down. I do want to do a quick visual of the heat map for all the cryptos today. Bitcoin is down slightly. It's trading at $37,905. Ethereum's up slightly, trading at $2,587, up 0.8%. XRP is up crazy today, 7%. Trading almost at $1, trading at 94 cents. Not sure what's going on there. Still the biggest shit coin out there in my opinion, but hey, that's just Crypto Blood's opinion. Dogecoin is up 2.9%. Litecoin is up. Binance is up. A lot of coins are up for the most part. If you take a look at it from a bird's eye view, most of the altcoins are up today. EOS is up 4.4% as well, trading at $5.35. I think that's a great buy for anyone. It has a 2-year, 3-year time horizon. This is an easy 10x from here. You know, I can definitely see EOS trading at $50 with no problem. Every 1,000 you put in will render you a valuation of 10,000. 2-3 year time horizon might be a good fit for you. Let's take a look at the first article we've got from you today. Biden administration mulling over imposing guardrails on cryptocurrencies. What guardrails are we talking about? Well, according to a report on today by the Washington Post, the administration has been briefed by the U.S. Department of Treasury on risks associated with cryptocurrencies. Presently, officials are having discussions about imposing guardrails for average retail cryptocurrency investors that would ensure greater protection while simultaneously allowing them to Dogecoin to their heart's content, quote unquote. Biden's administration is currently trying to find regulatory gaps in the cryptocurrency market that could be exploited to facilitate money laundering or finance terrorism. They always use those two as the number one reasons for more regulations. According to a person familiar with the matter, they said they're aware of the fact that there are all kinds of risks and things to look out for, but they are still largely in the wait and see posture. And it looks like, the Biden administration is looking to double its staff at the IRS amid its push to strengthen crypto tax compliance. Last week, cryptocurrency saw a massive crash. For now, however, federal regulators are not concerned about these volatile swings. Well, we'll see. I personally think that you're going to see a crackdown on cryptocurrencies. Don't listen to what they're saying. If cryptos continue to get bigger, Bitcoin is at $500,000. You're making more millionaires by the week in this game. You're definitely going to see a clamp down. Okay, that's what they do. They always say they're trying to protect the little guys, but really they just don't want the little guys to make money. So believe me, get it while you can, the way you can, freely now, because eventually things are definitely going to change. I literally can see them cracking down to the point where you can't day trade cryptos unless you have X amount in your account. Similarly to what they do with equities right now, you have to have, I think, $20,000 in your account to day trade. Right? I can see them putting some type of regulation on this space like that. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think they will do to really slow down the growth and slow down you from being a millionaire a few times over if you're not already. Let me know definitely in the comments below. But this is to be expected, correct? Let's take a look at this other one out of you today. Guggenheim's Scott Minerd claims new crypto could overtake Bitcoin and Ethereum. Scott Minerd believes that Bitcoin and Ethereum will be the survivors, but predicts that they could be surpassed by a new coin. I wonder if they talk about, or he talks about, this new coin at all. If he had one in mind, I'm not sure. He drew parallels between cryptos and the dot-com bubble. He said, I think Bitcoin and Ethereum will survive, but let's go back to the internet bubble. AOL was the absolute winner and nobody questioned that. They were the leader. Yahoo was the winner. So then Google came along, he says, and other players came along. And so I think what we are going to find is that some new crypto that comes along. So he doesn't know exactly what that is. And, I have to agree. I've said this for years. I said, people are saying Ethereum is the only smart contract blockchain that's going to do it all, right? It's going to hold all the market share and hit critical mass and just dominate. Well, I didn't use AOL. I used Netscape as an example. Netscape, back in the day, you couldn't tell anybody that Netscape wasn't the only and best browser you could ever use. There was no reason for another one. It was light years better than Internet Explorer. That's where we are right now. That's exactly where we are. He used AOL, an even better example. No one would have thought AOL was going to ever go away. It was the dominant player in the space. That's what's going to happen with Bitcoin and Ethereum. The two main players in this space, the crypto space today, are not going to be the main players in the space in 5, 10 years, 15 years. I'm sorry. It's not how technology cycles work. They just don't. So there's a coin out there right now. Most likely there is a blockchain out there right now that will surpass Ethereum and Bitcoin at some point in popularity, usage, and market cap primarily, because there are already some blockchains, EOS being one, that has completely surpassed Bitcoin and Ethereum in operations and throughput and all that activity, right? Blocktivity.info is what I use for that. EOS.io, which is used by Telos, Wax, and EOS, is a far superior blockchain software. I'm a big HBAR fan as well. So these three right here, I own lots of these, and the reason is because I invest in blockchains that have dominance from an activity standpoint, from a transactional standpoint, right? Not just a price, because ultimately and eventually this will express itself in price or some other coin, right? It won't be Ethereum or Bitcoin. I'm telling you guys, listen to Crypto Diamonds. So I have to agree with Guggenheim, Scott Minerd with this one. There definitely will be a different coin that surpasses and surprises everyone. He also believes here that the recent crash that happened in Bitcoin was needed to sort things out, he says, and will take a little while to repair the damage. Sounds very similar to what I said as far as where we go from here, up a little bit, but then back down, and maybe in a consolidation period for a few months. This is all good market behavior to have us exhibit right now. So don't get discouraged. You should be accumulating in these periods of consolidation, because after a consolidation period is when you have another breakout period. All right, so keep that in mind. And then lastly, we're going to take a look at this one. This is a pretty big reach, but it caught my attention. Saturn in retrograde and why karma is coming for Bitcoin. So this guy thinks that because of Saturn's retrograde coming up, or actually started on the 21st, I believe, of this month. He's saying with this Saturn retrograde, which will give the appearance that it's moving backwards through the sky, it will be an ideal time for astrology to prove its worth all on its own. So the Saturn retrograde comes once per year, of course, and can be quite the shakeup. The transit is associated with quote unquote lessons, discipline, karma, and more. Those that fight the coming change will suffer for it. And in just those few words in the last paragraph, there are several parallels to the crypto markets currently. Overzealous bulls were taught a very costly lesson, quote unquote, recently with one of the worst monthly candles on record. To survive the bull market, investors might need more discipline. And he also goes on to talk about karma. He says karma, as the saying goes, can't be a bitch. The community, Bitcoin community that is, has spiraled out of control with his laser eyes, have fun staying poor comments, and other hijinks. The behavior caused well-known figures to sell their coins. And it goes on to talk about people like Peter Bryant, who warned of a coming sell-off, and how the community, the crypto community, really, hit him with all types of memes talking about old man yells at Bitcoin. There's even photos being shared on Twitter of what appears to be some crypto enthusiasts adding laser eyes to a statue memorializing Gandhi. If that doesn't call for some discipline, some lessons, and some serious karma to drive real change in the community, I don't know what would. He says this behavior is disgusting and it is dragging down the cryptocurrency industry. It's time to grow up. Crypto and Saturn in retrograde is going to do it for you. If you resist, you suffer or become a better self. I have to agree with him. Like, the crypto markets are very immature. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it's a new industry. But I've said this for years. Like, you don't see the type of nonsense in equities or in the bond market or in real estate. Or you don't see people on Wall Street or traders fighting over which stock is the best because they're just so loyal to that particular company. You do with this, though, in cryptos, for whatever reason, you have that. And I think there is a level of immaturity in it, and eventually that will change. I don't know if this Saturn retrograde is going to do it, but it's food for thought. I thought it was an interesting article, to say the least. And I'll leave a link to the astrology.com article for 2021's Saturn retrograde. Maybe you can read into it a little bit more. Maybe this will have some appeal to you just in your life personally. They've got various write-ups for this retrograde for each zodiac sign as well. So pretty neat. Again, I'm not into the astrology. I do believe it works, though. I'm not even going to lie. Some of the stuff I've seen is pretty scary, how accurate it is. So check this out. I'll leave a link for this in the comments below. But that's pretty much it for today, ladies and gents. Make sure you leave me a comment in the section below. And I got to give another shout out to my man, Wired Sparks, for the song request today. Shine, Bad Boys. If you found this video informative, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. I'm out of here, people. Holla!
Like a mom, every line I live it, I write it with a pencil, so niggas style.